Welcome back to Tyrannosaurus Riffs. My name is Brandon, and this is my co-host Samantha for today's episode of Name That Rig 3. Alright, so here's how this is going to work. Samantha's going to set up 3 rigs for me. I'll leave the room and be blindfolded. She'll bring me back. She'll pick 3 guitars. She's got 5 amps to select from. We've got a Schecter Hellraiser Stage 100, an orange rocker verb, Mesa Badlander, EVH EL34, and an EVH Stealth. And then we've got 6 cabs that she can choose from that are coming off the 2 Notes Torpedo Captor X. So there's 3 ENGL cabs, one with a Vintage 30, Jesus Demon Driver, a DV77, and then we've got a Mesa cabinet, an EVH cabinet with the G12s, and an orange 1x12 with the Vintage 30 as well. So we will hurry and set up this room real quick and get going. The only thing going on here is that I've got a noise suppressor to just try and control some of that feedback so the audio is a little bit better on your guys' end. I kind of feel like I'm cheating right now because I know which guitar this is because I can feel the vinyl on it. This is the blood splatter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I got 1 for 3 so far. This guitar's got the Seymour Duncan Black Winters? Yeah, Black Winters in it.
Don't ask
and
me.
It's tuned to drop C. I always want to call them Blood Winters, but there's no such thing as a Blood Winter. So, yeah, let's just do this. Okay. By the way, starring Nicolas Cage, he loaned me his eyes. Samantha thinks they're sexy.
I hate it.
All right, so on the amp, I feel pretty confident, I think. I'm not used to the passives, so I'm going to go with the Mesa.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I'm actually really surprised because every time you say you're confident, you get it wrong.
I know, it's true. And I haven't practiced with my eyes closed since the last one. Yeah, well, let's see if I can figure out what speaker that is. It is kind of hard because I've got a cab in the live room, in the room with us, but I'm trying to just listen on this, my right side, your left, whatever, to my monitors since I'm using the IRs. Okay, so 3 of these have a Vintage 30. The Mesa, the orange, and the ENGL V30 is at one of the Vintage 30s.
For the cab, no.
Oh, that's not good. EVH cab?
No.
Okay, well, that's embarrassing. There's only 2 left. So it's either going to be the DV77 or the Demon Driver. I'm not used to the Demon Driver at all, so I'm going to go with the DV77.
Okay, so then you confused me again, which you do every single time we do this by using different terminology. Did you say orange anywhere in that?
I did.
Okay, so...
So I named 3 with Vintage 30s.
Did you say orange Vintage 30? Because I don't think you said orange.
I believe I did. Okay, we're just going to count.
I say 2 out of 3.
So that was the orange cab.
Yes.
Okay.
But you always do this. You write down a list and then you change it.
Well, what does the number 6 say on your notes?
It just says orange.
Oh,
it doesn't say
I'm
30.
sorry.
Only one of them says Vintage 30.
That's an orange Vintage 30. Okay, so you know what? I don't feel that bad because it was a Vintage 30. So I was... Okay, yeah.
Wives, sound off in the comments that your husband doesn't
I
listen.
think that's 2.5 out of 3.
Okay.
Anyways, go ahead and deselect the amplifier, and you can
Okay.
swap me out. Just so everyone knows, I'm running the amplifiers and everything through the KHE audio amp cab selector. Greatest piece of gear you could ever buy if you have multiple amps. So much fun and easier to just test things on the fly.
Okay, so here is number 2.
I tuned all of these guitars before Samantha came down, and I'm trying to remember which one had kind of a loose thing going on right here. I can't remember which one it is though.
Okay.
Okay. What the hell? Okay. Okay, so judging by the way this guitar feels, man, I really don't know. Now I'm really cheating.
You're just fondling the guitar like...
Oh. Okay, for a second I was thinking it was the Framus Stormbender, but this is the, actually no. I don't know what the hell this is. That's really throwing me off. I'm cheating because I'm totally feeling around. I'm gonna be honest, I don't even have any idea. I don't know what guitar this is. I'm gonna forfeit this one.
It's gold.
Oh, okay. That's embarrassing. Samantha gave this to me for Christmas in 2016. So this is the Squier John 5, yep. the Goldie. I haven't played this guitar for a long time. The shape feels weird. All right, well now that you gave me a guitar in drop D when I'm used to drop C, I'm gonna be really screwed up on the amp and the cab. So... amp that is. Okay. So I already did the Mesa, at least 4 left. I'm gonna say it's the Schecter amp.
It is.
Okay. Okay, good.
I'm really surprised you got that.
I actually am too. As for the cab, it kind of... I'm gonna be really embarrassed if I get this wrong saying this. It sounds a little bit darker than the vintage 30, but it sounds similar, so I'm gonna say it's the ENGL cab with the DV77.
No.
Okay, so shoot. I really don't think that's a vintage 30. The EVH?
No.
Well, it's definitely not the Demon Driver.
Yes, it is.
It is?
Yes, it's definitely the Demon.
Okay. All right. So I didn't get the guitar.
So you got
one
one
for
out
three.
of 3.
2 for 3, 1 for 3. I'm off to a great start.
You want me to take it?
Yeah. Deselect the amp before you unplug it.
Okay. Here, hold this.
Okay. I like to do these tests because I've become a little bit obsessed with speakers. Now, granted, I've got a lot of different cabinets with different speakers in them now. The IRs are throwing me because I only use them at 5 in the morning when my family's asleep. Other than that, I'm plugged into a cabinet.
You ready?
Yep.
Oh
Okay, so I can tell just the way that felt right there. This is the Solar, the white one.
Yeah.
Okay. And this has got the Fishman Fluence pickups, and it's tuned to drop C, so I should get the rest of it, but we'll see what happens here in a second. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and guess the amp, and I believe it's the EVH Stealth.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Are you 3 for 3 on amps?
I am.
That's awesome.
So you know, not that you care, I'm sure you're sick of this kind of knowledge, wherever you people are. The more I've been playing these different amps, the 6L6s are just tighter versus the EL34s, which have kind of a little bit flubbier sound, but I don't know. I'm very used to the 6L6, and I'm starting to figure out those differences there, but now I'm on the cab again, so we'll see where I'm at. Name that song. Or don't.
I'm sorry, you're staring at me, and I don't like it. The
Okay.
last dandelion.
Oh, sad. Okay, that's a vintage 30. I feel pretty good about that. So it's either going to be the Mesa cabinet or the ENGL cabinet. Am I correct on that? There's an ENGL 30 and a Mesa. The Mesa doesn't say V30, it just says Mesa.
I'm going to say no then, based on the writings here.
So it's not number 1 or...
Number 3, or number 4, I mean. It's not the
Oh.
Mesa.
Okay. Well, don't ever listen to me on speakers because my ears apparently suck. So that means it's going to be the EVH cab, which I seem to keep guessing, or the DV77. And the G12 shouldn't sound like the DV77 or the Vintage 30. They're pretty different. Oh, that's not a good riff to play blindfolded. Gosh, I'm so sorry, everyone. All right, we're gonna go with the G12s, the EVH.
You're wrong.
I failed every single cabinet. That means it's the DV77.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's really embarrassing. Will you
Yeah.
deselect the amp for a second? Nicolas Cage's eyes failed me on that. I guess I needed his ears. I had to double blindfold because the Nicolas Cage wasn't enough to cover me. So, all right, let's recap for a second. So round 1 was the blood splatter.
Yes.
So with Seymour, Duncan, Black Winters,
Yep. And then the Mesa and the orange.
and the orange. So 2 for 3.
2.5 out of 3.
2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 out
Because
of
of
3
the
on that
vintage
one.
30. Round 2 was the Squier John 5,
Yep.
which I couldn't even guess the guitar. That's embarrassing.
And then the demon and the Schecter.
Human in the Schecter, so 1 for 3. And then round 3, Solar. Love this guitar. The Stealth, I feel good about that. And then, what was the cab again? The DV77. So, anyway, I guess my point to this is not only to just have fun and make demo-related videos. It's nice to hang out with Samantha as well and get to talk about gear even more. And another thing, try playing with your eyes closed. I know that's not easy by yourself, but try listening more than you're seeing. Because one thing I will admit, since I've started this YouTube thing, is I always thought I knew what I was talking about until I started doing some little recordings and videos, and it's totally changed my perspective on everything. I used to think that I just needed some Fishmans, a mahogany bodied guitar, that's metal, rock and roll, whatever you want to say. I needed a high gain amplifier, and it didn't matter what cab I had. As long as I had a 4x12, that's all that mattered. Not the case. The 4x12 that I used for a decade, the PV5150 with the Sheffield 1200s, I was always chasing different tones and I couldn't get them because I was trying different mahogany body guitars with Fishmans. They're gonna sound super similar. And I just could never find the different tones, but the speaker, in my opinion, is the biggest tone changer. So if you're struggling to find tones with different guitars or amps or cabs, try a new speaker. And if you can't afford to just buy speakers, I get that. Get some IRs, whatever you can do, because you can get 1,000,000 IRs for free. I've got 1,000 of them. If anyone's interested, hit me up and I'll send them to you. So anyways, thank you guys for joining me. I appreciate you guys being here. If you like this, but anyways, we'll do this again in 3 months, and we'll have some new content out soon. So thank you and take care. See you next time.